Welcome, Scorpio. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your October general reading. I've laid out the African Tarot. I'll clarify with the Tarot of the Divine, and finish off with an Oracle card. But before I do, I want to thank all of you for liking and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate all the ways that you support me, and I feel your love. So thank you for that. Scorpio, let's get started with your overall energy for the month of October. We have the Five of Wands. This is you teaming up. This is you being part of solving a problem. There is something that you are creating with a group of others by agreement. You have agreed that there is a problem you all share, or an obstacle you want to face, something that needs to come to light, and you are banding together and agreeing to find solutions to this challenge. I love to call this card a learning lab, because at its best, that's what it can be. It can be a way in which you are all learning something together, and you are welcoming the well-intended competition that this might engender, just because you are recognizing that that is helping you to elevate the quality of your participation. So this is you coming together and agreeing to work on a problem with a group of like-minded individuals. In the 10th house, we have the Nine of Pentacles. This indicates that you are seen as independent. You have your own resources. You are stable and secure in your economic grounding. This is you not only being safe and secure, but also generous, able and willing to invest in something in such a way, knowing how to do that, that you do not jeopardize your own resources. This is a beautiful card of feeling safe and secure and abundant. In the first house, we have the Hierophant, and this, Scorpio, is emphasizing your ability to stay connected with your divine source. Your ability to stay connected to source, to seek your answers, or to learn from those you recognize to be authorities, is something that is not only ensuring your success, but what you learn, you are willfully, gladly sharing to others. You are providing some kind of a service here. You are committing to a relationship, a partnership, and that relationship or partnership can very likely be an institution, a group, a business, an organization that has a program or a training or an education that you are facilitating, so that others can learn the lessons you have learned, how to stay in peace, how to be in alignment with divine source. In the 4th house, the house of your home, your memory, your family, this is the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is indicating your exploration of your feelings about family, about your roots, about your background, your family of origin, really allowing yourself to explore feelings that may have felt unsafe in the past, uncomfortable, and they may have reflected on your financial stability. But you are now feeling free and secure enough to really look down under at the range of your emotional experiences from your past. And that includes forgiveness, a lack of denial about the experiences you had and the feelings they created. This is you looking at trauma with an open heart, forgiving yourself primarily, so that your forgiveness to others comes from a place of loving and loving yourself, forgiving yourself, or having endured difficult experiences is part of the key at this time. In the seventh house, we have the devil. The seventh house is the house of significant others, relationships with people, and with your goals. The devil shows you really still struggling to understand how you have chosen limiting experiences in the past, how you have understood your responsibility to make others happy, to make others safe, or to fulfill the needs of others, how you have understood your obligations. And many times this is what we have grown up understanding the rules, the law of social laws, social norms. And you are recognizing that this, at this point in your life, is a choice. That you need not choose relationships where the expectation is that their needs be fulfilled. Here you're recognizing that you have an obligation to choose yourself, if indeed you are the only one who attends to your needs, that in fact is your responsibility. This is relating to some kind of toxic experience, quite possibly from your childhood. A relationship that is not healthy. This can be a relationship with a parent as well as with a spouse or a child, so that you feel limited by whatever spiritual contract you believe exists. I'm going to clarify the Hierophant in the first house with the Eight of Swords in the second house and the Three of Cups in the third house. You are struggling to overcome an experience that requires you to defend your position, that requires you not to feel the abundance of your life, but instead to strategize and plan for all of the possibilities, positive and negative, of the opportunities before you. So this is you constantly strategizing, worrying, doubtful of your own capacity, feeling pressured to have to figure everything out so that you are taken out of your present moment, when in fact your real support, the real way in which you are processing this healing, these new opportunities, is to revel in the support that you have, to celebrate those people with whom you can share your honest feelings, with whom you can celebrate your ability to overcome obstacles, and that you can have pleasure, joy with, that you can celebrate their presence in your life. This is the anecdote that brings you into the present, brings you into maximizing the abundance that is in your life. In the Knight of Cups in the fourth house, we have the Knight of Swords in the fifth and the Death card in the sixth house. Indeed, you are looking at new ways, these new feelings that you are uncovering in your sense of self, your rootedness, your family history, your memory, is really prompting you to recognize that you must think differently. You are consciously cultivating a different way of thinking about who you are and what opportunities exist for you. You're opening yourself up to new truths, new ideas, new inspirations that are helping you to release the ghost of the past. You're releasing a way that you used to think about what you were designed for, who you, how you came on earth to serve. That old view of obligation to those who had authority in your life is no longer a view that you are choosing. You are releasing this view of outside control, external control by others, others making decisions for you about your needs or your lack of needs being ignored and invisible to others. The seventh house, the devil, is being clarified by the Three of Wands in the eighth house and the Seven of Cups in the ninth house. You are actively looking at new ways of building relationships that will help you grow and expand. You are ready to break out of jail in terms of your ideas about relationships based on your experiences in relationship. This is feeling very much as though some of you may be understanding and moving away from experiences of a broken home, perhaps, parents or parental control that did not see your talents or your growths, that looked to you to fill emotional needs, perhaps, that they had, or to an expectation that you, in fact, would become the caretaker of the family in some way. You are moving away from that. You are creating new scenarios for yourself, and you're moving towards new connections, new opportunities, new growths, new ways of doing things that you've always done. This is very exciting as you're testing out the waters and really reveals a tremendous amount of bravery on your part to reject this, to let this go, to realize where the sense of control has been leading you in your life. You also are recognizing this wealth of opportunities that exists for you away from where you are. This is at a distance. There are many opportunities, and my sense is that this is something that you recognize is not necessarily the answer to your dilemma, but you are understanding that some of these options are simply escape or illusory or dangerous, but the opportunity to even consider the options is a tremendous growth for you at this time. You have allowed yourself to stay clamped into a box for a long time, and you're now experiencing the opportunity to just dream about other possibilities and look for ways to grow beyond. The 10th house, the Nine of Pentacles, is clarified by the Two of Wands in the 11th house and the Knight of Wands in the 12th house. There's a lot of exploration going on for you here. You have three Knights, the Cups, the Swords, and the Wands. As you open up to the range of your experiences, your emotional experiences, you're recognizing new ideas, opportunities, and new ways that you want to move forward. You are questing for new understanding, new creative opportunities. And this for you is a growth. My sense is that you've stayed held in. This Devil card is giving me the feeling of being stuck for a long time. Stuck in an unhappy place in your relationships. And as we know, our relationships sometimes are the result of a whole range of experiences we've had with others. So you are now recognizing that you want to move away from what's familiar, something you already have down pat, something you're good at, and you want to expand in a new direction. You want to grow. You want to move into unfamiliar territory. You're feeling emboldened by this, innervated by this opportunity. Your desire to explore and quest for greater meaning and more fulfillment has you motivated to take your stability that you have and to use that as a launching pad to new adventures. This is such a beautiful reading for you, Scorpio. I think I will stick with the Hummingbird Oracle today, as it's feeling just right. And I've pulled Bird's Eye View. Fly high and observe from above. Here you'll find a new perspective, greater understanding, and compassion. I'm going to leave this here for you, Scorpio. Thank you so much for your time. Until next time, namaste.